Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a major shift in American military aviation. The United States Navy is planning to replace its trusted MH-60 Seahawk helicopter with something completely different, a tiltrotor aircraft under the FLRAA and FVL-MS programs. Why is this change happening? What are tiltrotors, and what does it mean for the future of warfare? Let's break it all down with facts and logic. First, let's talk about the MH-60 Seahawk. This helicopter has been in service since the 1980s. It's based on the Army's famous Black Hawk and has served the Navy well in roles like anti-submarine warfare, search and rescue, surveillance and logistics. It's robust, reliable, and battle-tested. But like all technology, it's aging, and its performance is no longer enough for the Navy's future needs. Why? Because threats are faster, more complex, and spread across vast distances. And the Seahawk's limitations, like a top speed of around 270 kilometers per hour and limited range, mean it simply can't keep up in tomorrow's battle space. Enter Tiltrotor Technology. Now this is where things get interesting. Tiltrotors are aircraft that combine the vertical takeoff ability of a helicopter with the speed and range of a fixed-wing airplane. Think of it as the best of both worlds. The most famous example is the V-280 Osprey, already used by the United States Marines. But now, under the Future Long-Range Assault Aircraft, FLRAA, and Future Vertical Lift, Maritime Strike, FVL-MS programs, the Army and Navy are working on even more advanced tiltrotors. The top candidate? The Bell V-280 Valor, faster, more efficient, and smarter than anything before it. So why does the Navy want to replace the Seahawk with a tiltrotor? Here are 4 key reasons. First, speed. The V-280 can fly nearly twice as fast as the Seahawk. That means faster deployments, faster rescues, and quicker strikes. Second, range. The V-280 can fly over 2,400 kilometers, way beyond the Seahawk's limits. This is crucial for missions across the vast Pacific Ocean. Third, versatility. One aircraft can do multiple jobs: troop transport, surveillance, anti-submarine warfare, without needing a whole fleet. And finally, future-proofing. The military wants modular systems. The V-280 is built with open architecture, meaning future upgrades like AI, new weapons, or drone control systems can be added easily. But like any big change, there are challenges. First, cost. New aircraft are expensive, and tiltrotors especially so. The Navy has to weigh performance against budget, especially with limited defense funds. Second, ship compatibility. Tiltrotors are larger than helicopters, so can they land and take off safely from destroyers and frigates? The Navy will need to redesign deck layouts or build new ships to support this. Third, training. Pilots, maintenance crews, and commanders will need time and training to adjust to this new platform. It's not as simple as swapping one aircraft for another. This move is part of a much larger strategy, the Pentagon's Future Vertical Lift initiative. The goal is to create a family of next-generation air vehicles that are faster, more connected, and more survivable. These aircraft won't just work for the Navy, but across the Army, Marines, and possibly even the Air Force. Moreover, this fits into America's Pacific strategy. With tensions rising around the South China Sea, the U.S. military needs aircraft that can reach far-off islands quickly, launch from smaller ships, and adapt to electronic warfare environments. Tiltrotors give them that edge. So in summary, the MH-60 Seahawk served the U.S. Navy well for over 40 years, but times are changing. With new challenges, longer distances, and evolving threats, tiltrotor aircraft like the V-280 Valor promise a faster, more flexible, and future-ready alternative. This is not just a technical upgrade, it's a generational leap in capability. If you found this explainer helpful, do hit the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more such deep dives into military tech and global affairs. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.